Good evening. So far, I see King C's in the building. What's good? Remember to like the video, share the video, and make sure that you subscribe and all of that good stuff. I just washed my hair, so if y'all see a little wet spot somewhere, that's what it is. Let me share this video, though. Y'all do the same thing. Like the video and share the video. All right? All right, let me see. Y'all already know how I feel. Like, what's up, DJ Bullet? What's up, Chris, Ronnie Rhyme, Muhammad, Evan Ross, Mito Med, R. Brand, Clay Jenkins? What's good, Ayo Tall Thing? How would you like to buy me lunch? That's your name, really? He says, hey, I just subscribed to you. I watched your older videos and you seem cool. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. That's a long ass name though, King. What's up, Shaquila? What's up, Sexy Monkey? What's good, Bago Gaming? What's good, Monty? Okay, y'all. So again, y'all like the video, share the video. It's 50 something of y'all in here so far. We only got like 15 likes. We need more people to come in. So when y'all like the videos and all of that, more people can see the video and hear what we got to say up in here today. All right. What's good, Javon? Alita, peace. Pose, Mr. X, the one and only Barry. What's good? So y'all already know how I feel in regards to a lot of us women going and gravitating toward these platforms or towards these women that are telling us how we should interact with our men, telling us how we should treat our men. And those same women never had a good man, never experienced what a good man was about, but yet she feels like she can give other women the game as far as how to deal with a man and most importantly, get a man. It makes no sense. And it's kind of contradictory to me personally that a lot of us women are going to these women with these large platforms that are telling us that, you know, basically we should treat men like animals. We should not respect men. We should think and view men as these, how can I say this? We should view men as these idiots. It's really like men, they make it seem like men have no minds of their own. Men only can think with their penis. Men have no self-accountability. Men have no responsibility. Men have no self-value. Men have no boundaries. Men have no self-discipline. Men have no self-control. And they're teaching mass groups of women that is how you're supposed to deal with the man. You're supposed to treat him like a little puppy. And when he does not do what you want him to do, when he does not cater to you, even if you are a toxic, dysfunctional woman to be with, then you should punish him by, I don't know, withholding sex from him. Don't have sex with him, girl. If he ain't trying to give you $1,000 for this and, you know, pay for that and do this for you and do that for you, then girl, you don't need him. He don't deserve you because you already know men ain't about nothing anyway if it ain't got a bag attached to it. You know what I'm saying? And so it's all of these women going to these females that are teaching them that this is the way that you're supposed to treat a man. Mind you, she's never experienced a real man. She's experienced low vibrational, I want to say the N word, okay, but I'm not. She's experienced low vibrational men that she's encountered because lo and behold, that's all that she can ever attract to her anyway. And so she's trying to give women the game as far as how to deal with a decent man when she's never had a decent man to begin with. She's trying to teach women how to attract and keep a decent man, but she does not know the half of what it takes to attract and get, let alone keep a decent man. It makes no sense. Thank you so much, Queen, for your donation. Thanks, Amani. She says, for stamped and approved. Much love, Queen. Thank you, Queen. And we eat it up. A lot of us women eat it up. What's good, Rita Simone? I checked out your video. It was really dope, Queen. I like your soothing voice, and you be dropping a lot of jewels. So peace to you, Queen. But I mean, we eat it up because it's like, yeah, I like the way she's saying that. That kind of strokes my ego. That makes me feel like, I'm in control. When in all actuality, it's just making you look stupid. It's just making you less attractive to a quality man. And yeah, you may get with a man, but he probably just only about hitting it and quitting it, which is why that woman is in the predicament that she's in. So she's trying to teach you how to get a decent quality man, but yet she's single, she's bitter, she's miserable. She never had a good man, but she gonna teach you how to deal with a good man? Girl, stop. What are we doing? Why are we listening to her? And again, I'm not saying that just because you are single, that means that you can bring no value to a conversation in regards to a relationship. I feel like that's absolutely false. Peace to you. Who I see up here? E.L. Adams for your donation. He says, much love and respect, Queen. Thank you so much. He says, speak on it. Look, I'm going to speak on it, Adams. And they're teaching us, women, a lot of these single, bitter women. And again, just because you are single does not mean that you can't bring nothing of value to a conversation in regards to relationships. Because it's a lot of single women not single women, but single women and single men out there that, do provide good quality information that's not coming from a bitter, broken place. But a lot of the platforms that we gravitate towards, ladies, are coming from women that are giving us advice that's coming from a bitter, broken place. She's encountered countless men that, cheated on her, that only used her for money, that only used her for sex, that only used her for a come up, that only come around when he hungry, And so now she's harboring those feelings, and she does not recognize or realize the fact that the only reason why all those kinds of men are coming into her life is based upon what she is accepting into her life. Why? Because she does not want to take that accountability. She does not want to do that self-work. So instead, she would rather sit around and act like she's not the problem. These men are the problem, when in all actuality, y'all both are the problem. Okay, if we want to be real, yes, ladies, the men that y'all are dealing with are a problem. Absolutely. I'm never going to take that away from what you have to say. That is true. That is true. The men that you are constantly encountering are pieces of shit. Oh, yeah. They some liars. They some cheaters, deceivers. They don't know how to have self-control, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. Yes, all of that is actual facts. But what's also true is this, Queen. That man is able to lie to you. That man is able to cheat on you. That man is able to deceive you and use you because you allowed him to. So therefore, you both are the problem. So instead of taking that self-accountability YouTube Court TV says, okay, I heard enough. I'm sharing this. Y'all, all of y'all share this video, like this video, subscribe, okay? We have dope discussions, dope conversations, and somebody needs to hear this. And the more people that come through, the more people that like the video and share the video, the better. We need, you know, especially women to come through and listen to us, all right? So please like the video, please share the video. I see it's 123 of y'all in the building. Let's get these likes up so we can get more viewership. So instead of taking that self-accountability, it's like, well, you know what? I'm going to go to this queen over here because she's speaking my language. She's telling me that, you know, it's not me. It's not my fault. I knew that. I knew it wasn't my fault. She's stroking your ego. She's stroking your ego, queen. She's giving you some feel-good information. And truth be told, y'all, a lot of people that are having these platforms where they are just catering specifically to men or specifically to women are doing it all for a marketing ploy. They're not genuine in what they're telling you. They're not genuine in their advice. They're doing it because they know that they can feed off y'all emotions instead of giving y'all the true game. Instead of making y'all do the real work, they would rather stroke your ego to make you feel good so you can keep coming back and not doing the work and having that self-accountability. What's good, Queens? I see Celeste. She says, girl, talk about it. Look, they be out here, you know, trying to stroke your ego by, you know, taking away your accountability and saying, well, queen, it ain't you. All of these niggas just ain't shit. It ain't you, queen. You a bad bitch. You a boss. It ain't you. Ain't got nothing to do with you, girl. You fine, you sexy, you educated, you smart, you this, you that. It ain't you, girl. It is you, girl. It's you and those men that you keep allowing into your life. What is it within you that likes that kind of behavior? What is it within you that finds men that are abusive emotionally, mentally, maybe even physically, maybe even sexually? What is it about you? What is it inside of you that gravitates towards those men and say, you know what, you're good enough for me? See, a lot of us have low self-esteem. A lot of us have low self-esteem, ladies. And subconsciously, we feel like we're not good enough for a good man. So we would rather deal with a build-a-bear ass dude because he, again, strokes our ego. We, again, feel like we are better than him. So I'm going to get with him because I feel like I'm better than him. And he's going to have to come to me and look up to me. He can't do better than me. You know, a lot of us, we think like that. Y'all wanna shy away from it. Mike, I'm just trying to tell the truth. What's good, Dark Sun Scorpio? What's good? Rita Simone says 100. Celeste, she says women's self-esteem is at an all-time low. Yeah, but yet we want to make it seem like we don't have these issues, and we want to make it seem like we can have all of these high standards and all of this and all of that. Like, yeah, queen, you can have your high standards, but can you even reach those standards? We are hiding our insecurities behind our false self-empowerment. That's why when we have, you know, women, most of which are single, once again, they're single and bitter and broken and damaged, that have not done the self-work on themselves, but want to teach you and tell you how to work on yourself and how to work on your relationship with a man. Like, sis, sit down and stop it. And we're hiding behind that. And, you know, low key, those women that we are seeking this advice from have the lowest self-esteem as well. And that's why she is in the situation that she's in. That's why she has the sentiments that she has towards men, because lo and behold, she has low self-esteem, which is why she is continuously accepting and allowing these men into her life, which is essentially why she has these sentiments in the first place. No woman that is full, no woman that is sure of herself, no woman that has true self-value and true self-worth, that thinks highly of herself, that knows who she is, will ever sit around and say things like, you know, men ain't shit. All men ain't shit. All men do is lie. All men do is cheat. All men do is, you know, no woman would do that, because she would know that that is not actual fact. That's not reality. She would know that, you know what, there's good and there's bad. There's right choices and there's wrong choices. There's blame and there's self-accountability. So I cannot sit there and say, from a logical standpoint, regardless of the types of men that have come in and out of my life, that all men are the same. Because if you do the self-work and you find out who you are and you feel whole within yourself and you start loving yourself and you start vibrating on a higher frequency, you would know that the stuff that you are spewing is false, because you would then attract new people into your life to prove that sentiment to be wrong. Let me give y'all an example. If I'm a woman, right? And again, y'all like this video, share this video. I see y'all in the building. And shout out to JC Reynolds for your donation. He says, I truly agree. Thank you for your donation. Let's say I'm a woman that is broken. Let's say I'm a woman that is bitter. Every man that comes in and out of my life cheats on me, uses me, leaves me, gets pregnant with a whole bunch of different women's, you know, he's the father of a whole bunch of different, you know, women's, you know, he the baby daddy to everybody and all of this and all of that. Every man is doing that to me, right? That is making me a bitter, broken woman. And now I'm holding on to that and I'm harboring those feelings. And I'm not doing the self-work, and I'm not holding myself accountable. Instead, I'm going to blame and finger point and tell men, or tell women rather, that all men ain't shit based upon my own poor choices, my own poor decisions. That's what a lot of women are doing. They are coming to these false conclusions based upon their limited reality, because they're not doing the self-work. So if I am that woman that is bitter and I'm broken and I keep choosing bad men after bad men to be with, of course I'm going to feel that way. But the moment that I take a step back and I say, you know what, something ain't right. If I keep getting the same results time after time, every man is like this, every man does this to me, it comes a point in time where you have to take a step back and look at yourself. And if you take a step back, Queen, and you look at yourself, and it's like, well, I am a good woman. I am faithful. I do what I'm supposed to do as a woman, and these men still ain't acting right, then again, that's something on you, again, that you have to ask yourself, why? Why do I keep selecting these men to be a good woman too? Why do I keep selecting bad men to be a good woman too? And then again, that's still self-accountability. But the problem is, too many of us are making the wrong choices. We're making poor decisions when it comes to a man. We're making poor decisions when it comes to being a good quality woman for a low quality man. And we're constantly doing this without looking within, without looking at ourselves and asking ourselves those uncomfortable questions. And so now we are gravitating towards women that are going to spew to us how it's not you, it's them. And on the surface, that could look like it's actual fact. What's good, Wu Amun or Amon? I think that's how you said it. That's the energy you are attracting. True indeed, Rush Money. But on the surface, it can look like that's actual fact because look, I am a good woman. I do cater to my man. I do love him. I do respect him. I do honor him and this, that, and the third. So yeah, Queen, you right. These niggas just ain't shit. It ain't me. But that's because, Queen, y'all not going further. Y'all not going further. And once you go further, you're going to start to ask questions like, you know what? I am a good woman. I do this for my man. I am loving. I am caring. I am supportive. I am nurturing. But why am I granting those luxuries, those benefits, those perks to these no good ass dudes? That's when you're going to have your breakthrough, Queen. But as long as you're going to sit around and listen to these women that are bitter, broken, miserable, and single, and lonely, and can't find a good man to save her damn life, you're going to constantly be running around in that same circle, that same cycle of what is wrong with men. What is wrong with men? Men just don't know how to act right. Men just ain't shit. Men just cheaters. Men just don't know how to take care of nothing. Men don't know how to be faithful. You're going to constantly run around that same circle, Queen, because you have not looked at yourself and taken your own self-accountability to accepting those men into your life. Instead of saying things like all men are the same, say things like, well, all men are not the same. It's my choice and men are the same. So what do I need to do differently so I can choose better quality men? What's good, TJ? He says, what's happening, crown heads? Look, we just talking about some real stuff, okay? Peace to you, Michael Hatcher, for your donations. He said, I like the way you are teaching our women. I'm trying to teach us all. I'm trying to teach us all, King, for real, like. I saw a queen in one of my last videos in the comments, because y'all know I try to go back and watch the video so I can see y'all comments and take mental note on who I need to block or who I need to give a wrench to or whatever the case was, or just, you know, seeing who gave a donation so I can screenshot it and, you know, give y'all flowers. And I saw a queen in the comments on the last video, and she was like, I don't believe that all men are bad. I just feel like I can't get a good man. And y'all know how I always keep talking about the law of attraction. The law of attraction is very real to me. Very real to me, y'all. And I want to say to y'all queens out there, because I feel like that really resonates to what we're talking about right now. If y'all feel like that all men are bad, or you feel like you won't ever find a good man, whatever the case is, if you really believe that, that will be your reality. That will manifest into your life. What you believe, what you feel, what you focus on, what you think, what you speak comes to you. And so I need y'all women to know and understand that if you are constantly running back and forth to these platforms of these women that are single, bitter, and broken and miserable, who can't get a good man, can't find a good man, never had a good man, and you're constantly going back to her and you're believing in what she's saying as far as there ain't no good men out there, You're constantly going back to her and you're believing what she says as far as all men being, dogs and cheaters and deceivers and users and abusers. If you're constantly going back, believing in that, soaking it all up, internalizing it, thinking about it, that is going to be your reality. Not just for you, but for that woman and everybody else who's going to be believing in what she's spewing. And that queen in my comments that said that comment, as far as, well, I feel like there are good men, I just like, I can't find one or I won't get one. Queen, that's just as bad. That's just as bad. Like, yeah, you try to have a good, perspective as far as saying stuff like, well, I believe there is good men out there. I just feel like I can't get one. Well, you messed up right there, queen. All of us, men and women, we need to know and understand the power of our words, the power of our thoughts, the power of the things that we indulge in and engage in. And this is some of the stuff that the Queen Rita Simone was talking about on her podcast. The Queen Rita Simone, she was like, y'all got to be very careful about what you guys are engaging and really marinating in, because that will become your reality. So stop going to these miserable, broken, bitter women trying to seek advice as far as how to get a wholesome man, as far as how to get a rich man. And this girl never had a decent man, never had a man with money, never had a man that loved her and cared about her, and none of that. Otherwise, she wouldn't feel the way that she feels towards men. Thinking that y'all gonna get a different result. It's going to be the same thing over and over if you are constantly engaging and indulging in that type of behavior and that type of rhetoric. You got to watch that. Social media, you got to watch that. Be very mindful. Of what you really engage in on social media. Your circle, be very cautious about who you are interacting with in the flesh. And also be very cautious and careful about what you are saying and speaking to yourself when you are by yourself. Right, Rita Simone. She said, internalizing other people's BS. True indeed. Now, and you talked about that in your podcast. And I was like, yes, true indeed. We go around internalizing other people's hurt, other people's misery, and wondering why we hurt and miserable, and we keep attracting more hurt and misery to us. Get away from those people. Get away from those toxic thoughts and toxic sentiments. Y'all got to really be careful about that. Really be careful about that. True indeed, Dark Sun. Make sure they get the like button. Like the video, y'all. Share the video, please. Michael Hatcher, you gonna donate it again? He says, I like the way you teaching our women. And he said, the same thing over. Thanks again. You just had to, I guess he had to throw that in there again. Shit. Shout out to all of y'all. True Indeed Psych Vlog. Shout out to everybody in the building right now. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I respect y'all. And I just got to put us up on this game because we're playing games with ourselves. Shout out to Andrew Wilkins. He says, K. Michelle doesn't think all men are bad. She's a ran through chick with little value like most females out here. She chose to be a hoe. Hoeing always backfires. Ooh. Ooh. Andrew, that was a little bit mean though, King. Like, you got to be careful about that as well. You know, you don't want to be disrespectful to the queens. A lot of queens just don't know better. And so we got to teach them better. Don't kick them while they down. You know, that's the reason why they feel like ain't no good men out here in the first place. It's the reason why they have these sentiments in the first place, because they never had a king to step in and show them otherwise. So you got to really be careful about that. But I do agree with some of what you said. You know, it's a lot of women out here who are listening to women that are telling them that, you know, you should just be disrespectful to men and you should do whatever you want to do with your body, go out here and be reckless and do all of that. And, you know, it's your choice because it's women's empowerment. You know, we disguise it as women's empowerment when it's really women's destruction. But it goes back to what we are listening to, who we are seeking our counsel from. And a lot of us are seeking our counsel from women that are damaged. Women that have not done the self-work. Nate says, preach. What's good, Alita? She says, hot messes. Yes, it's a hot mess. You know, y'all going to women that's telling you that you just need to use men for their money. You know, men ain't good for nothing but they money. And maybe some good sex here and there, you know. But other than that, they ain't no good, girl. They all the same. Y'all listening to that. And you like, you know what? They are all the same because all the men I've been with, you know, been the same. They the same people. They do the same thing. They treat me the same way. This queen making sense. I'm going to listen to you, girl. Go, sis. You show right. We do just need to use these men. They ain't good for nothing but the bad. Y'all listening to women that's telling you that all men are the same. She telling you, don't be a wife to a boyfriend. Y'all get mad when I talk about that. I talked about that in previous videos. And the Queen Saralina, she touched on this topic with her king the other day. And I really appreciate what they had to say because, again, ladies, y'all taking this toxic advice from these toxic, bitter, broken women that never had quality men. And so they are being wives or being good women to these bitter, broken, low-quality men constantly back to back. And these men are abusing them. And so now they have this rhetoric of, you know what? Don't be a wife to a boyfriend. Which essentially breaks down to don't be a good woman to a boyfriend. It makes no sense. No, queen, you need to change that. Don't be a wife to a broke, dusty, low quality, low vibrational, good for nothing boyfriend. Because I guarantee y'all the same women that want a boyfriend to be a husband to y'all. You want him to be a good man to y'all. But you're going to sit around and listen to a woman that's telling you not to be a quality woman for your man, for the man that you're with. Makes zero sense. Wrong message, queen. You listening to the wrong message. 99 overall says, Danica, half the dudes in here ain't kings. And see, I have a problem with that as well. You know, a lot of y'all try to get on me because y'all be like, well, y'all use the word queens and kings too loosely. I feel like you just have to speak it to people so that they can know and wake up and recognize and realize who they are. So even though they may not be what is qualified to be a king or qualified to be a queen right now, does not mean that you cannot teach them better or wake them up or call them by their righteous names, which are kings and queens. You know what I'm saying? Right, Celeste, she said it's an affirmation. A king is a leader, Ronnie. A king is a good quality, upstanding man. A king is a provider. A king is a nurturer. A king is a protector. A king is a lover. you know, and a queen can be the same things, and so when y'all say things like, well, y'all, that ain't no queen or that ain't no king, I have to check y'all a little bit, because we all started off somewhere, but it took for us to do the proper work, or it took for somebody to call us out and pull us to the side and teach us better. So yeah, I'm gonna always call us kings and queens, regardless of, whatever the case is, because hopefully, or maybe if I do call you a king or I do call you a queen, you will start doing some internal work and be like, you know what? She just called me a queen. Am I a queen? What is a queen? Or she just called me a king. What is a king? Am I a king? How can I be one? Y'all have no idea how many people, in the past that, I called kings or I called queens, and they were like, man, nobody ever called me that before. And I appreciate that. It made me feel good. And it made me want to change and become a better person. So y'all gotta watch that. You can't tear anybody down, but you can't correct them. And I feel like that's the problem with a lot of us, is we're not correcting each other with love. And even though I'm talking about and I'm calling out these bitter, broken, miserable, single women who trying to give people relationship advice, I'm still going to call her a queen. I'm still going to respect her. I just need her to know and understand why what she is teaching or preaching is wrong. I need her to understand why I view her, though I view her as a queen, why I feel like she's broken, why I feel like she's miserable, why I feel like she's bitter. What's good, Kayani? He says, peace, God is peace. So we got to really be careful about what we are telling people, what we are teaching people, what we are calling people, and make sure that when we do call people out, that it is coming from a genuine place of love, that it's not coming from a broken place, that we're not listening to people who stroke our egos and make us feel better and make us not have to do the accountability work. Y'all have no idea how many women I hear on a daily, speaking on this whole BS of, all men are dogs, all men are the same. Stop listening to these dudes. You ain't got to do nothing for them. They just supposed to do this, that, and the third for you, girl. And it's like ass backwards. And then I'm looking at these women and I'm like, damn, no wonder you don't have a man. No wonder you, not even a man, because anybody can get a man, but no wonder you can't find a good quality man. No matter, you can't keep a good quality man. No wonder you are so angry and bitter, because look at the stuff that you are saying and internalizing. It's sad. It really is sad, y'all. And we go to these women and we listening to them. They telling us, if your man don't do this for you, then don't have sex with him. And if your man can't, buy you this, then you need to, break up with him, or you go to the next man that can do this. And if your man ain't this and your man ain't that, you need to leave him in the dust, leave him behind and go. And it's like, bro, that is not how you have a good quality relationship, based upon, surface value, surface level BS revolving around with somebody else without. Y'all are going to these women and listening. Like, queen, unless you don't ever want to have a good quality man in your life, I advise y'all to leave those platforms alone, leave those women alone. Go and find you some well-balanced individuals that are going to tell you what you need to hear and not what you want to hear all the time. Because otherwise you're going to be just like her. Why are you listening to the very thing that you don't want to be? It makes no sense. I don't want to be bitter. I don't want to be broken. I don't to be in a dead end relationship, but I'm going to listen to the woman that is the epitome of all of those things. It makes no sense. Peace to you, 6 Sounds, for your donation. He says, how do you feel about black women that do ghetto gaggers and let the white man disrespect them? I don't condone no woman allowing anybody to disrespect them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like none of that. None of that is cool. All of that's a problem. You know why you even have to ask me that? You know, and so we get into these relationships with all of these, you know, qualifications, because we listening to this bitter, broken, single, miserable woman who, again, never had a decent quality man, but she's going to teach you how to keep one. Girl, bye. But we're going into these situations with these high-ass standards because you know what? Keisha, she told me that, you know, if you're not trying to, you know, do this and that for me, then I need to leave you alone. Keisha told me that if you don't buy me this kind of engagement ring, I need to leave you alone. Keisha told me that it don't matter about your character. It don't matter about what you doing. It's about the bag. And if you ain't got the bag, then you need to go. You know, that's what it's all about. Keisha told me that I shouldn't have to be no wife to no man. I shouldn't have to provide you with no kind of luxuries unless you my husband. And if you ain't trying to be my husband, you can go. Y'all over here laughing, but I'm for real. And so a decent quality man is like, well, you know what the hell? And all of what you just said, Queen, like, that's cool and all. I can dig it. I can respect it. But in all of that, you never once mentioned what you had to do. So as a man, what am I supposed, like, let me back this up. And ladies, pay attention to what I'm about to say. If you come into a man and you coming at him with all of these demands, all of these qualifications, and all of that for him, all of these high standards for him, and what he needs to do for you, and what you don't need to do for him, how hypocritical is it of us to ask that man to do husband-like things for a woman that is not doing those things for him? It makes no sense. So you are just as bad and just as low quality, just as low budget as you are making him out to be if he doesn't do those things. Makes no sense, Queen. If you want a good quality man, you have to be a good quality woman that's going to show and prove that you are indeed a good quality woman. You can't be jumping out the gate like, what you going to do for me? And you haven't showcased what you can do for him so that he can do those things for you. And vice versa. A relationship is a two-way thing. It's a team effort. It's a reciprocal union. It's not what you need to do for me. It doesn't come with all of these stipulations as far as what this person has to do and what you won't do. Oh no, honey. It's about what you guys can show and prove to each other. So when y'all go out here listening to these bitter, broken, miserable single women who never had a good quality man, and let's really get into it. Because again, there are bitter, broken, low quality, low vibrational women that are in relationships as well. And they're trying to teach y'all how to get with these low budget as simps out here. So let's really get into it right quick. Thank you so much, T-Man, for your donation. Can you play this audio to show how grimy these females can be? playing good men. I know I'm a good man. She is 44, act like she is 20, sabotaged 6 years for a bum. She cheated, lied, disrespected me to the fullest name. Her name was Keisha. Woo, Lord. But again, King, that goes back to that mindset of that woman, what she's attracted to. She has not done the internal work. And so when she is being presented with a good quality man, she does not respect that. She does not recognize that. She just knows what she's used to. And she's going to go after what she's used to. And so, again, y'all fellas got to be careful as well. Stop giving y'all all to women who are not showing and proving to you. If women can be out here demanding men to show and prove, why come y'all can't? Thank you so much, Yogi Fish, for your donation. He says, keep teaching and reaching. Thanks. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, yeah, y'all. We got 200 and something up. 226 of y'all in the building. Y'all better like. Can we get at least 200 likes, y'all, so we can get more viewerships in the building? Come on, y'all. Y'all just being here watching, and I appreciate. Don't get it twisted. I love the fact that y'all come through and y'all listen, but it will really help out the platform if y'all can like the videos. Every time that y'all come through to a dope discussion, I need y'all upon arrival to like the video. Period. All right, like the video upon arrival so we can get more people to come back, and have more people to see the video and circulate. More people need to hear this. My platform, last time I checked, was like 90% men. We need more women. And the way that we can get more women is when y'all like these videos and share these videos. All right? Let's get into at least 100, 200, y'all. It's 231 of y'all. Let's get into 200 at least. The more people that's in the building and like the video, the better. And share it with your homegirls. All right? She may hate my guts initially, but I guarantee you, if she listens, she's going to take some kind of jewels away from what I'm saying. We both, when it comes to relationships, both men and women need to be very cautious about who we are taking our advice from, who we are listening to, who we are surrounding ourselves with, and what we are internalizing. That's very important. Men, stop going to these bitter, broken men, bitter, broken single men, or bitter, broken men that have women that are telling y'all, that women ain't about this and women ain't about that. No, that's a reflection upon that's the type of women that he is choosing. He's showcasing more about his character flaws than anything. Same goes for women who do that. We got to really be careful about that, ladies and gentlemen. If a person never has anything good to say about the opposite sex, that says a lot about them as a person more so than the opposite sex. It showcases that they don't know how to choose good men to be with or good women to be with. It shows and proves that they don't think highly of themselves. Otherwise, they wouldn't even allow those types of characters into their lives, let alone get into a relationship with them. You know what I'm saying? The queen says, I fall out laughing when I come across those MGTOW and feminist crybaby videos. Oh, yeah. I'd be so irritated. Like, y'all all just as bad. Thank you so much, RC Anger or R Kanger, for your donation. I appreciate that. Y'all, we'll never be able to build with one another and get to the underlying issues, get to the root causes, unless we try to meet each other halfway. But we'll never meet each other halfway if we are trying to be divisive when it comes to relationships and holding ourselves accountable. That's not what it's about. If a woman is sitting down telling you that a man needs to do this for you, a man needs to do that for you, and she's not saying what you need to do for that man, I would take everything that she has to say with a grain of salt, because it does not have a real leg to stand on. She does not really recognize and understand how a true relationship works. She does not understand that a relationship can only live when both parties are pouring into each other. It should never just be a take, what can you do for me situation. Because I'm going to tell y'all right now, listening to those types of women are the fastest way to a life of misery, loneliness, brokenness, and everything alike. I mean, you're going to attract more broken people to you, more broken situations to you, more miserable people to you, more miserable situations and circumstances. When you do that, y'all, when you are constantly going and gravitating towards platforms and gravitating towards individuals that are telling you how toxic this party is without holding themselves accountable, man, you are setting yourself up for the worst. If you want to be in a healthy relationship, go and do some self-reflecting. Go and find people that are in healthy relationships, that are in relationships that you aspire to be in. And no relationship is perfect, though. I'm going to make that very clear. No relationship is perfect, but find a relationship that is as close to what you are desiring and go seek counsel from them. Ask them, what are they doing? And then build from them. But as far as going to bitter, broken, miserable women, whether they are in a relationship or not, is a problem. You're not going to get what you want. It's counterproductive. It makes no sense. And let me say this before I get off of here, because I really want to drive this point home as far as you don't have to be single in order to be a bitter, broken woman. It's a lot of bitter, broken women that are in relationships, like I said earlier, with simps, with men that they can run over, with men that they can talk to any kind of way, with men that don't have no backbone. And do you want that kind of man, queen? And if you don't listen to her ass either. Ayo Kimmy says, good points. Okay. Yeah, no, you gotta really be careful about if you can't look at that person, you say, you know what? I feel like what they are saying is balanced. I feel like what they're saying is beneficial to me. And it's not just stroking my ego. It's holding me accountable too. And I appreciate that. If it's doing that, then take heed to that person. Soak in what they got to say. But somebody that's just telling you what you want to hear and, stroking your ego and not holding you accountable and, making you seem like you're not the problem all the time when you can very well be the problem, you got to really watch them people and ask yourself, what is their motive? Because like I said earlier, a lot of it is a tactic revolving around marketing. They like to play on your emotions. They know that a lot of women, more specifically Black women, a lot of Black women are searching for love. They're searching for comfort. They're searching for peace and emotional support and all of that. And so when they know that and they have that in mind, they can say anything to y'all and tell y'all what y'all want to hear because that's a large market. Single Black women that have been in toxic relationships after toxic relationship, that is a big market to tap into. And a lot of people like to tap into that because that's a big market. And they know, hey, if I can stroke the egos of these women, I can, essentially get, my platform to grow and get more money and get more. Like, people are thinking like that. They're not thinking about how can I make you better. It's like the hospitals. It's like doctors, a lot of them, not all of them. Okay. It's like doctors and hospitals in the medical field for the most part. They're not trying to make you better. They're trying to make you a customer. If I heal you, you're not going to come back to me. If I fix you, you're not going to come back to me. If I teach you how to get into a good quality, healthy relationship, my content does not benefit you anymore. Because my content and my platform is based upon, being lonely and being bitter and being miserable. So if I teach you how to not be that, I lose my audience. And that's how y'all can really differentiate between who's genuine and who's not. Are they just telling you stuff that you want to hear all the time? Or are they telling you the game? Are they teaching you to be balanced? Are they teaching you to hold yourself accountable as well as other people? I'm not going to ever tell y'all to be out here blaming yourself for everything. But I do want you to take a look in the mirror and hold yourself accountable when you need to. Because while we can't always control what happens to us, we can control how we choose to respond to it. We can choose how we, choose to do things differently in the future. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I can't help that man cheated on me, but I can help the fact that in the future, I won't ever allow that to happen to me again, because I'm going to do more knowledge. I'm going to be more cautious about the people that I do allow into my life. I'm going to pick up on certain clues. And things of that nature. Dang, that's big facts. You know what I'm saying? DY says, I only take relationship advice from men and women who are in relationships that I admire. Yeah. I mean, that's what everybody should do. Like, let me say this, ladies, if you are striving to be in a healthy, balanced relationship, you're trying to find a good quality man, you're trying to find a good quality husband and settle down and build a family and build a solid union and build a solid foundation, you can't do that listening to women that are teaching you that you should not hold yourself accountable and you are not a problem and you have no flaws. You cannot do that listening to women who are teaching you that all men are dogs when she's never had a good man. All she knows is dogs. All she knows and accepts into her life, all that she is attracted to is dogs. You cannot listen to her. You cannot listen to a woman that specializes in how to deal with dogs when you are trying to specialize in how to deal with a king. Period, point blank. Stop listening to those women. Sandy White says, facts. And with that being said, y'all, I'm going to get my ass up off of here. I don't feel good. Okay? I see y'all later. I love y'all. My husband should be home soon with these groceries. He knew I didn't feel good. So I salute to the kings out there that buy groceries and go to the grocery store for your woman when she ain't feeling good and all of that. Thank you. I appreciate all of y'all. Queens, know that I love y'all. Know that I respect y'all. Get away from these bitter, broken women. Okay? I don't care if they're in a relationship. I don't care if they're single. Get away from them. Because a bitter, broken woman in a relationship can do nothing but teach you how to get with a simp, a wimp, a pushover. And we don't want those anyway. So don't listen to her ass either. A bitter single woman cannot teach you how to get with a quality, wholesome man because she's never had one. She does not know how to attract one and accept one into her life. She turns them off. So of course she thinks that all men are dogs. Of course she thinks that all men ain't shit because she ain't shit. And a good quality man flees from her ass with the quickness. Stop going to them. Stop gravitating toward them. And with that said, y'all, I love y'all. I respect y'all. Make sure y'all like this video, share this video, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see y'all in another one of my videos. We go live randomly, so make sure that you hit that notification bell. Make sure that you like the video and you share the video so we can get more people to come back, and more importantly, you help somebody. I hope I was able to reach somebody. I see y'all with all the love in the comments. Thank y'all so much. Thanks for having the lights go up. All right. I appreciate that. I love y'all though. Ladies, let's stop being hypocritical. You can be a wife to a boyfriend. Just make sure that he is being a good quality boyfriend. Because when that all boils down, it comes to being a wife to a boyfriend is basically being a good quality woman to a good quality boyfriend. You want a man to treat you as if you are his wife. Why come you can't show and prove to him that you are capable and you are worthy enough to be a wife? If indeed he is a good quality man. The problem is, queens, we are being wives to low vibrational, low budget ass men, and that is the problem. And again, that's some work we have to do so that we can choose better men to be good women to. But I love y'all. I respect y'all. I'll see y'all later. Peace.